that out.
Testing, mic check, 1, 2.
Rat,
We're good?
rat. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. You got it?
Is he good? Am I good? Everybody's good.
All right, get it.
Go time.
What's up? Let's go. Yeah, I'm just staring at you, correct?
Because I'm close enough to both cameras. It should look pretty natural.
Marines, people out
Number 9 is kind of
Yeah.
a pretty tough, touchy subject.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed on whether or not I want to talk about it.
Yeah. And again, we can film it, and if you're like, yeah, then we can just cut it right out. Cut it right out.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk.
We can talk about
We can talk about Stanford because that's a real concern.
Yeah.
When you join the military, they scared that they're going to
And
die.
again, my views on it are completely different than other people's, so,
I mean, we could just say like, I mean, statistically speaking, more people die from car wrecks. Like, with,
Yeah, because we were going through, and of course it was an odd number, so we were trying to split it up. And I said, maybe we'll tackle 9 together, because that's kind of a big one. So,
Can you guys hear me now?
it ain't no problem with that.
Can you guys hear me?
I mean, I can just go through 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I won't put it in
all
my
the way
pocket
through the
this
list.
time, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Ooh, I don't know about that. The weather is awful.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about, for topics 2 and 8,
Yep.
since the delayed entry program and the boot camp kind of go hand in hand.
We'll do that together.
Yep.
That's fine. Yeah. Do that together.
Jesus Christ, it's pouring.
It's,
Yeah, it is.
it's going to be bad.
It's supposed to be like this.
Do you guys get tornadoes here?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
I can see it.
I'm all good. All right. Oh, you're already recording? So just,
Booger.
all right, so just take a few seconds, guys. Whenever you're ready, introduce yourselves, and I'll start asking questions.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Staff Sergeant Hendricks Brent, United States Marine Corps. I'm your local Marine Corps recruiter for Rushville.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm Sergeant Carl King. I'm the public affairs representative for the state of Indiana.
So, why did you guys join the Marines?
I joined the Marine Corps for numerous reasons. My father served in the Indiana National Guard in the state of South Carolina, and also my grandparents served 21 years Air Force. So growing up, I never really had a drive or push towards the military. I was very into college, into sports, things of that nature. And growing up, I kind of was rolled a crazy dice, just like Ike Johnson. If you guys don't know him, please go follow him. He's a very motivational speaker. But my senior year, I ended up tearing my ACL twice playing football. And my dream, my passion was stopped right then and there, and my life kind of changed. After graduating high school, my dad definitely opened my eyes up and made me kind of seek into the military and, giving me the opportunity to actually, go out there and grow. Come from a small town, about 3,000 population, so the growth there, the job opportunities were pretty slim to none. So I had to go out there and, find things that make myself successful. I ended up seeking the military and going towards the Marine Corps, and here I sit 11 years later, and the things that have definitely been, out there for me opportunity-wise have just been endless, and pretty much that's why I joined the Marine Corps.
So I joined the Marine Corps, of course, for a number of reasons as well. I mean, the main one I think, though, what I think of when, just while we're talking at this interview is, I think that, as America, we make these 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds in high school, like yourself. We make these kids, they choose what degree they want to get, and they make these $100,000 decisions at such a young age, right? So when I was younger and I was 18, I was like, I wasn't ready to do that because I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know if I wanted to be a firefighter or a lawyer or whatever I wanted to be. And I wanted to give myself a little bit of time to think about that while also serving my country. So that's always been a big part of my values is, serving your country, giving back. So I joined the Marine Corps, and I've been able to actually travel a lot. I've been to like 6 different countries, And I'm only 23, so I can get out now and saying I stayed in Japan for 3 years, and now I can actually get out and go to college, and it's paid for, and all those things of that nature. So I joined the Marine Corps because of just that. I wasn't ready to really decide where I wanted to go in life, and I wanted to give myself time while also serving my country and giving back. So.
Awesome. Can you talk to us a little bit about the delayed entry program and boot camp?
Yeah, absolutely. So the delayed entry program is designed for every individuals that are trying to take a step closer towards the Marine Corps and actually the military. What we do at the delayed entry program is we offer physical fitness tests on Wednesdays at 5:30 to 7:30 at the local Newcastle recruiting office right off of Highway 3. And it's designed to get every individual the opportunity and a chance to see what the rigors of recruit training is like. You're going to face two challenges during recruit training. They're going to be both physical and mental challenges. So we definitely want to give that opportunity right off the bat, just so you guys can definitely see what it's going to be like when you actually do go to boot camp. Boot camp for the Marine Corps is definitely the hardest boot camp there is out there. It's 13 weeks long, and again, like I said, it's very physically challenged and very, very mentally challenged. So why not give the kids the opportunity right off the bat to seek that and try to see what boot camp's all about? So that's what the delayed entry program is about.
Yeah, so he kind of hit it right on the head. That's what the delayed entry program is. I actually joined the delayed entry program, I think in October of my senior year. I was 17 years old at the time, and it definitely helped me out a lot, getting ready for boot camp. And I've seen a lot of people, probably even join the DEP. Sometimes they didn't go to boot camp, but eventually it made them a better person, whether they win or not. Just being around individuals who wanted to serve their country and who wanted to work out and build a camaraderie, it helped them out either way. So I think it's a good thing.
So talk about the team building and the camaraderie that you establish when you're in the Marines.
Definitely. So, a lot of coaches in the high schools, they beat this up all the time. The only way to win a state championship is to come together as a team, to build that camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. That is it. It starts from a small generation all the way up to the big leagues. The Marine Corps is fought for 243 years, and we've never lost a battle, and it's because of that. It's because of the camaraderie, the teamhood, the brotherhood. We preach that day in and day out. As a Marine, we're always there for each other. We're never going to leave a Marine behind. Once a Marine, always a Marine, and we stick through there and through that, all the way through our whole entire Marine Corps career. And even when we actually get out of the military, you can walk out in public and you notice that there's a Marine standing there, just the way we carry ourselves and we hold ourselves. And we might have never even seen that person ever in our whole entire life, but we just can, kick up that conversation because it's the brotherhood and the value that the actual Marine and earning the title holds.
So yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's definitely a fraternity. You meet so many different individuals from so many different backgrounds, and from so many states and countries. And the thing about the Marines, especially, I think only 1% of the population serves in the military. And if you even look at that, we're the smallest branch, so we're even a smaller number of that percentage. So, we definitely have a fraternity. We definitely have a brother/sisterhood, and we meet a bunch of individuals from all over the world, and we're able to, see these individuals 20 years down the road and get to chop it up and be like, hey man, you remember when we were stationed in Japan together, when we went to Malaysia together, we went out to all those bars, or we went out to those museums and all those things. So we get to see each other, and you even get to see older Marines. I've been in a car several times driving, and sometimes you'll see someone pulled over and they don't have anybody to help them out, or they're looking for somebody to help them change a tire. With the Marines, I've been on the side of the road before, and I've had people just stop by. They see the tag, they see the Marine Corps tag, they see me in the uniform trying to change my tire. You have people pull over. I served in 1966, man, and they'll tell you about their service, and then they'll help you out. So the Marine Corps, I think it puts you ahead. Serving in the military in general puts you ahead of a lot of your peers, right? But especially in the Marine Corps, because at the end of the day, our mission is to, process violence on behalf of the United States. Of the United States. But we also have a mindset that we don't win, we don't accept no for an answer, and we don't lose. That's the biggest thing about the Marines. We don't lose, and we don't accept no for an answer. If there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way.
So could you talk a little bit about the Educators Workshop?
Absolutely. Educator Workshop is for individuals in especially Rushville, but all the high schools in the state of Indiana and even across the nation to actually go out to San Diego and experience what the Marine Corps is really about. I'll kind of let Sergeant King kind of hone in on a little bit of this information because this is kind of something that he deals with, but I highly recommend and I challenge all the educators in the schools to reach out to me via my email or try to find a way to contact me. My email is brent.hendricks@marines.usmc.mil. We can get you the forms to fill it out. It's all expenses paid for. A trip to San Diego for 1 week from April 22nd through the 25th. I'll kind of let you talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so he kind of hit on some of the points. The Educators Workshop is basically an all expense paid trip by the United States Marine Corps, where we take educators from all over the state of Indiana, and we take them to San Diego, California. And the purpose of that is we want to show these educators who give us these individuals that join the Marine Corps. We want to show them, hey, this is how we make Marines. We take these individuals that you've taught and instilled a bunch of values, and we just associate that with the Marine Corps, and we bring the teachers over, let them experience. This is where these guys sleep. This is where the future Marines eat. This is where the future Marines shoot on the rifle range. This is where the future Marines walk, and we just give them basically an example in a showcase of their lifestyle. It's a great trip. I mean, it's San Diego. You can't beat that. There's no catch to it. I mean, we're the government. We help out, and we're going to pay for it. And so the purpose of it at the end of the day is just to bring the educators so they can see how Marines are made. And we're actually going to be picking pretty soon the individuals who will actually be attending. It's going to start April 22nd through to April 26th. It's going to be a 4-day event, and it'll be a live firing event this year. So if the coach come, or we even get the principal from the school, they'll actually get to shoot some of the Marine Corps weapon systems that we have. So we have machine guns, grenade launchers, all that stuff. They'll actually get to shoot these weapons if they come. So if they have that, we'll have the application. I've given it to Staff Sergeant Hendricks, and he'll be able to get it to these guys. And if they want to go, then just send it to Staff Sergeant Hendricks, and we'll be picking pretty soon about who's going to go. So we're going to have 30 educators from all over the state, and it'll be a good time.
That's awesome. So what are some of the benefits that you guys have seen by serving in the military, both educationally, planning for your future, and even medically?
Definitely. Education obviously is a very important thing, definitely in this lifestyle in this generation. Without that paper, you pretty much hold nothing in life. So the way the Marine Corps and the military has kind of transitioned from, not being so much about college to now is they're beating us up about college. They want us to go to college to make us a better asset to not only to the military, but to ourself in life once we get out of the military. Our number one goal for the Marine Corps is to make you better as a citizen to whenever you get out of the military versus when you came in. So why not pay for your college 100% just because you're serving, you're giving back. So the DoD wide, if you serve in the military, is going to pay for your college 100%. It's that simple. Go out there and definitely take advantage of the tuition assistance, the post-9/11 GI Bill that's out there just because you raised your right hand and you served and you were that 1%. Since I've been in the Marine Corps, I've taken advantage of that. It's pretty simple. We have education offices on base to hand walk you through all these events, whether it's online classes, whether it's you going into the school, into the local community college, wherever it is to take these classes to get yourself a degree to make you a better person once you get out of the military. And again, there's no catch to this. It's all because you are serving and they want to help you out and better your life. Another thing that's good for veterans and military as well is a lot of companies and business, meaning like Applebee's, a lot of food restaurants and things of that nature. Once Memorial Day hits and Veterans Day hits, they're trying to give back to the veterans and the military as well. So a lot of discounts are out there for you guys. Take advantage of that because you are serving your country. You are helping out each individual out there. So why not take advantage of all the stuff that's there?
Absolutely.
So I love this question right here, right? What are the benefits of joining the military? I mean, there are countless benefits of joining the military. You know, one example I want to give is everyone, and not to bash college, right? College is awesome. I mean, but everybody wants to go to college. You know, that's the thing that you need to do immediately upon graduating high school. I want you to think about this, though. You know, let's say what my job is. I'm a journalist, right? Let's say so people going to school to get a journalism degree, right? And they're in college. So I'm 23 right now, which means that typically anyone who is majoring in my job, they're just now graduating this year or either last year. Okay, now I want you to think about their experience. Now they've been in college practicing this for the last 4 years. While I was stationed in Japan for 3 years, so I got to go to the Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, Tokyo. I've been to all these places dealing with foreign media, okay? So if me and this person who's been, you know, they have a bachelor's degree, right? They have a bachelor's degree in this job. If me and this person go up and we list our experience and we go for a job, let's say we go to CNN or Fox News, we want to get a job, and I list all my experience and say, hey, I was stationed over here, I went to 6 different countries, I've dealt with foreign media, right? And I tell this person this. And I tell them right now, I'm public affairs director for the Marine Corps for the state of Indiana. I tell them this, and this person, and they look at this person's resume. What have you done? Well, I have a degree in journalism. Who do you think they're going to hire? Going to hire me, right? And sometimes, and I'm not saying this happens all the time. It just that's one of the benefits of being in the military. All right. When you're majoring in something, you got to think there are like hundreds of colleges all around the United States of America and hundreds of majors, and a lot of people are going for the same majors. So what sets you apart from the other individuals, right? So I think that something that will always set me apart is I serve the country. You know, I'm a United States Marine. And another common misconception is that, you know, in the military, we don't want everybody. Everybody can't join the military. You know, a lot of people aren't qualified. So we're looking for a few good men and women. And, you know, Staff Sergeant Hendricks' job is really to spread that word and look for those individuals. And so while doing that, we find individuals who, they're already mostly driven individuals who are different from their peers. And we want to take those individuals and hone them and teach them leadership skills, which is the biggest thing. Leadership skills. I mean, you can look this up, all right? Look at a lot of the Fortune 500 CEOs. A lot of those guys were enlisted Marines, all right? Go look that up, all right? Whoever's looking at this, go look that up. A lot of those guys were enlisted Marines. So that's something that sets us apart, you know, not only just degrees. Like, yeah, you have a bachelor's degree, that's cool, right? But what really sets you apart from the rest of your peers? When a boss gets 100 resumes, he's going to look at 100 resumes, you know, who's going to stick out to him, you know? So I think that's one of the biggest benefits.
So one of the hard topics that you hear about when contemplating going into the military is people saying, I don't want to die. Mm-hmm. So can you kind of talk about the how that may not actually be such a big concern?
Definitely. I know it's a pretty hard topic, and it definitely comes up more than we think, and more than we kind of want to, but it's a topic that we have to address, you know. Anything can happen in life, and my point of view on it could be completely different than somebody else's, but, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. And I think with the Marine Corps and with the military, there's a lot of things that you're going to gain. There's a lot of experiences that you're going to gain. There's a lot of training that you're going to receive. And I can walk around, you know, different locations, Walmart, things of that nature, and I'm always keeping aware of my surroundings. I'm always watching out what everything and everybody's doing, and I think it's because of the military, because, you know, that's how we're trained. And again, this question comes up a lot, and I mean, you can Google this stuff a lot. A lot of deaths come from car accidents, come from drinking and driving, come from murders and things of that nature. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's going on here in America that you don't really hear over in the Middle East. And, you know, as Marines, we're trained from the best of the best, and at the end of the day, you know, if something happens, we can't control that. We just have to roll with life.
Yeah, so you know, kind of like Staff Sergeant Hendricks said, a lot. If you look up statistically, you know how people are, you know, passing away nowadays or in the last 10 years, you won't see war up there, or you won't see joining the Marine Corps as one of the I guess the biggest causes of death. Life happens, and people die every day. People die from car wrecks, as you said. People die from just random stuff happening. But I don't think joining the military should be a big concern about dying, because when you join the Marine Corps, especially, you're joining the best group of individuals. If the government's going to put us in a situation where we got to go and defend or protect any American interests, you're going with the highly trained best group of guys. And I'll tell you, I mean, I wouldn't join any other branch, especially if I'm going to join the military. I'm happy that I got to say that I got Staff Sergeant Hendricks here, watching my back and protecting me. And I know we'll be good. And I believe if you truly believe in your comrades to the left and to the right of you, you'll have nothing to worry about. But things of that nature, I can't promise anyone that they're not going to get hurt or something like that. Because I can't promise you that you're not going to get hurt, or anyone for that matter. So it's just something that I don't have control over. He doesn't have control over anyone. So.
All right, we're gonna take a second right here, and then the outro. So you guys are just gonna say that's all we got for you guys, and then fill in for information if they need to, what they need to do if they want to enter the program or anything like that, and then say your names again, and we're done. So give it a few seconds, and then right into it.
So what I want to leave with you guys is an actual challenge. I want to challenge you guys right now. Even though you guys are 17, 18 years old, or even younger than that, start planning for your future now, because just like myself, I got rolled a crappy dice and things happen. And I didn't really have a backup plan, but I had to definitely seek out to my parents and, definitely get their take on things in life. So start planning your future right now. If you want to sit down with me and learn a little bit more about the Marine Corps, or even talk to Sergeant King, please reach out to me. My cell phone number is 765-210-9010. Staff Sergeant Hendricks with the Marines.
Hey, bruh. Yeah, so same thing. Hey, I challenge you guys to, whatever goals you want to be, whatever you want to be, when a person comes up to you and asks you, hey, what do you want to be? Whatever that is, I want you to list out, how you're going to get there. All right? You need to list out how you're going to get there. And you need to see if the military, and that's for any branch, if it's not only the Marines or the Air Force, and I think the military in general is just a great organization to be a part of, Department of Defense. And I want you to list out your opportunities or something that you want to be or what you think you want to be, and see how you're going to get there. And if the military can help you out, then go that route. And if you think college is the best route for you, then go that route. Because we're only looking for a few good men and women. So thank you guys. Right.
Yeah.